Hey everybody, happy Sunday afternoon. This is Dawn Bourgette with Dawn's Creative Chalet. Today is Sunday, February the 22nd of 2026, and this is episode number 224. I want to apologize. I'm going to make this just as a video. I'm recording it because I've had some technical difficulties. Let's cross our fingers that we can go ahead, make it a video. I'll upload it and we'll just go that route for this week. For some reason, it's saying that my phone is overheating. That's not a good thing, is it? Anyway, as you find anything that you would like that we're using today, make sure to check out my online store, and I reward you shopping with me, whether it's a handmade card or more, depending on the size of your order. At the $75 mark, we have some fun things in store for you. So I'm going to share that with you in just a minute. But this little QR code right here will take you right to my online store. This little icon right here is to join our Stampin' Up family and the Chalet Stampers. If you would like to get a discount on everything and be a savvy shopper and a happy hobbyist, go ahead and check on that. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm here for you. Also, my newsletter, go ahead and sign up for that if you would like to be a part of it. I send things out every week. I'm pretty consistent with that. And there's a QR code to get you right where you need to be to do that. It takes you about 2 minutes. Also, just a reminder, if you are not already here on YouTube or finding me at Facebook, look up Dawn's Creative Chalet. I'm on both places. And also, if you know of anybody else who would enjoy my content, go ahead and share it with your friends. The more the merrier, as far as subscribing and liking and all the things here on YouTube and over on Facebook. Also, check out my blog, which is dawnscreativechalet.com. And you'll find the pictures of the projects and be able to shop right from there, all the things. Also, just a reminder, we have, I think, 7 days left until the end of the day on February 28th to take advantage of getting this beautiful new Stampin' Positioner tool into your hot little hands. The only way to get it at this point is to go ahead and purchase a starter kit with it. It's a $49 value, and it's going to be just instantly put into your kit. The kits are customizable, so you can choose anything that you would like into your kit. If you have any questions on it, let me know. Again, being a part of the Chalet Stampers and Stampin' Up and enjoying the great discount on all of your purchases is a huge bonus. Along with, of course, being part of an amazing team. Also, just to mention that we still have the bundle of the month featuring the lovely arrangements bundle. It's a video class. There are 16 projects with full color photos, all the measurements, and video instruction for each and every project. And this is my gift to you, whether you join the Chalet Stampers or also as a $75 minimum order or more. You'll receive this in your inbox directly from me. It's a gift from me saying thank you for your order. And along with that, just to tell you really quickly about some of the events coming up here at the Chalet into March. It's crazy that we're talking about March, but we are. We have on the 5th, my creative card class, and then we have on the 6th, we have Starbucks Sip and Stamp at the local Ludington, Michigan Starbucks. And then towards the end of March, on the 26th, we have our product inclusive class, which is going to feature the Cute as a Bug product, which you'll receive the designer series paper, the ribbon, the embellishment, all included in the price of the class, and that is $39. And then the rest of it, we'll get into it next week. I know making a video is kind of weird because I can't interact with you guys. I'm talking to myself. Anyway, I do that a lot, but you know. Also, just to let you guys know, a reminder once again of product of the month that we started in December. So if you do place that $75 minimum order and me giving you the bundle of the month free, you're also going to have the opportunity to choose the product of the month for $5. So we started this in December. As far as I know, as of yesterday, which was Saturday, the 21st of February, All 3 of these items are available as far as I know when I checked. So this was the December True Blue Florals 12 by 12 pack of paper. In January, we had Fabulous Sayings, a really cool stamp set. And for February, we have Painted Illusions. So if you have not participated in this yet, you have availability to choose any one of the 3 items. If you want additional items up to this point, you would need to place a $75 order minimum, again, to take advantage of it. And I hope that that makes sense. But if you have any questions on it, just reach out to me. I'm here to help you. Also, just a reminder to sign up by the 10th of March for the Hummingbirds, or as we call it, the Fluttering Garden Paper Pumpkin Kit. It's Paper Pumpkin's birthday in March, and we're going to receive an additional free stamp set along with the one stamp set that's always included, whatever it may be. So we are getting twice the amount of stamps in March for Paper Pumpkin's birthday. We get the reward, or the present. We get the birthday present. Also, we have just a little bit of time left to go ahead and grab up the Beautiful Blooms Dies add-on. And actually, they're $13 now, I believe. It went up a little bit. But here's the item number for it. But you do need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get that. And also the Lovely Blooms class. We just had this last Thursday, and you can still take part in it. You just need to have the suite of product, the Lovely Blossom suite of product. And I'll show you what we made here really quick. We made this really cool oversized card. It's like a 5x7. It feels so big compared to our A2 size cards. And we made an envelope to match with our two-tone 12 by 12 cardstock. And then we also made some tags. I'll show you each of those. Whoops. And then this one here. And this one here. And then also we made this cute little, like a brag book, I guess I would call it, with a bunch of pockets and pullouts. So this will pull out, and then we have a, whoops, and then we have a pocket. I'm just going to put that there for now. Anyway, and another pocket here, another pocket here. So all kinds of little places we can tuck little goodies into, and I just loved it. It was a real fun class. And again, it's available yet. So, you can sign up for it by putting in item number 170929. If you already have this product, then you're all set to go. All the instructions and all the instruction will be available in a private Facebook group. So once you purchase this, oops, I got a dimensional on me. He doesn't want to let go. Once you purchase this, Stampin' Up! Will be emailing you a link to a private Facebook group. Make sure that you have the product order number that's on your invoice when you place the order, because they'll ask you that in order to join the group. Just an FYI on that. And of course, just a reminder that we do have online exclusives. This is the stuff that's coming out in March, on March 3rd, along with some new kits in our kits collection. So some fun things coming up. But anyway, just a reminder of always checking out the online store, because there are products in there that are not in a catalog. Speaking of, here's our beautiful spring catalog that's good through the end of April. And some fun things are coming up. The second week of March, I will be in Long Beach, California. I'm going to gather all my stuff here while I'm talking to you. And it is a Stampin' Up! Event called On Stage, which is basically a convention. That's the word I was looking for in my brain. It's like a convention. So anyway, I'll be there and bringing you a lot of great information. Some things are changing, and I think that the changes are really exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and get stamping today. We're going to go through 1.5 of the projects really quick, because I was doing a live and we had technical difficulties, but now it seems like my phone's fine. Go figure. Anyway, it is what it is, right? So first of all, we have the recipe card that I'll put the link on Facebook, and also the bottom of the description in YouTube. This just has all the links available to help you out for anything that you might need as far as shopping, joining our team, the newsletter, all the things. It also has thumbnail pictures of the products that we're using today, and you can actually shop right from it if you download it to your computer. So it's kind of cool. This is the designer series paper that we're using today. It's a specialty designer series paper called Easter Joy. And of course, we're doing Easter cards today. I think I've done a little bit of Easter a couple weeks back, but I thought, you know what, let's do a few more. This is also another specialty, smaller pack of designer series paper that coordinates with this. And if you get the whole suite of product, you get all of this stuff. So really a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and dive into some stuff. I'm literally like thrown off today doing this way, but that's okay. We're all good. So first of all, this is the first card that we started to make in the Facebook Live today. I'm just going to go ahead and give you measurements, and then that way from there you can go ahead and pick it apart and make your own. So we started out with a piece of crumb cake cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5. Whoops, scored at 4 1/4. In fact, I didn't even put my inner pieces in there yet, so that's okay. And I scored at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to put this inside piece. This is basic white, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm looking for my seal. Oh, it's buried right underneath my cards. Imagine that. Okay, anyway, this piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and pop it in there just like so. And then I have a strip of the designer series paper cut at 3/4 of an inch and by 4 by 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to go ahead just for a little extra something and put it down here. Whoops, it'd help if you guys could see that, doesn't it? Okay, and then as far as the designer series paper, the first layer was cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I adhered it down with seal. This paper is a little bit thick, and it's better to use like either multi-purpose liquid glue or the seal adhesive on that for sure. It just helps to stick, right? And then we have our next layer, and our crumb cake piece is 3 by 4 1/4, and then we layered a piece of designer series paper that is cut at 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And I went ahead, I stuck those two together, then I adhered it to the card with dimensionals. And then this little piece right here, this was cut with the stylish shapes. Matter of fact, let me show you guys this. I did this earlier too, I forgot to show you. This is the Easter basket stamp set. Okay, and then we have the dies right here. So this cuts all of the images out of the stamp set, along with, I call them extras or standalones, and this will cut the tulips and the stem. And then we have the basket. This is so cool. We have this little scallop piece for the basket, but it can be used for other things as well. We have the grass that can be on the outside or the inside of the basket. Of course, you got to have a bow. And then also, when the die cuts the basket, it also cuts these little slits into the basket. And then as you run this through, this cuts the perfect size of strips of paper to weave in and out of your basket, front, well, and back if you want to. So very cool stuff. So I wanted to show you that. Also, as we get towards the latter part of this video, I'm going to be using the beautifully celebrated dies, and we're going to make a 3D item with these, so that'll be fun. But anyway, I wanted to show you that, so we kind of know where we're going with all this. And the stylish shapes, I also use those. I use those so much. And that is what I used on this piece, which you can't really see. Whoops, I guess you can now because the bow came off. But this is a stylish shape. And I went ahead of time, and I did do my heat embossing with the Wow Basics embossing powder along with Versamark, and then using our heat tool. So I went ahead and embossed it in white onto this Shy Shamrock. Speaking of, Shy Shamrock is one of our in colors that have been around for 2 years. So if you like Shy Shamrock or any of those other 4 colors in that palette of color, let's see here, like Petunia Pop and Peach Pie, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, and Pretty in Pink. I was gonna say, I know that there's another one. Those 5 colors are going to retire, and in May we're going to have some exciting news along with 5 new in colors. So stay tuned for that. But if you like any of those 5 in colors, grab everything that you want up now, whether it's ink refills, cardstock, ribbons, whatever it is, even embellishments that are within those colors, grab them up now because they will be leaving us. I want to say retired, but we don't really retire. We just kind of let them go until they're gone. But anyway, so I went ahead and stuck that down. There is a scallop. I decided not to cut everything and do this card again, so forgive me. But there is that scallop from the basket. We put it underneath this piece, this stylish shape, and then attached it with dimensionals onto the card. And I colored my bunny. First of all, I used basic white for the carrot and the bunny, and stamped in Memento Black, cut the carrot and the bunny out with the dies from the bundle, and then colored them with, let's see here, the Stampin' Blends, alcohol-based markers. This is Shy Shamrock. And I did use Flirty Flamingo instead of Pretty in Pink, which is featured in the paper. I wanted a little brighter. And then also use Peach Pie and Shy Shamrock on the carrot, and stick all of this on with dimensionals. And then this cute little bow here, that beautiful gingham ribbon is Balmy Blue and is part of the Sweet collection of Easter Joy. So cute. So that's what we did do for the first card. I decided not to cut and just tell you what we used and the measurements. Okay, then going on to card number 2. I got part way through this, and then that's when my phone just died a second time. Oh, goodness sakes. All right, so let's go ahead and give you guys some measurements and all the bits and pieces that I used here. So this is a piece of Peach Pie cardstock, and I scored it at, let's see here, I have to think about this now. I guess I'm just having a rough day today, aren't I? Okay, so 1.5. And I then scored it also at 5 3/4. And this again is 8.5 by 5.5 piece. I scored it. And then we're going to add designer series paper on the left and right hand side. The middle is still 4 1/4 by 5.5. So I went ahead and cut my white piece, my liner, at 4 by 5 1/4, and we put it inside the card. And then I went ahead and I took, whoops, these 2 bunnies have dimensionals on them, so they're a little stuck because I was trying to take the card apart to show you guys a little bit more, but you know, it is what it is in TV land. Okay, so the designer series paper on the left-hand side is cut at 2.5 by 5 1/4. On the right-hand side, the designer series paper is cut at 1.5 by 5 1/4. Okay, and then I went ahead and once again, I heat embossed this piece of Balmy Blue with the Happy Easter sentiment that's in that bundle. I stuck it on with dimensionals, but I only put dimensionals on the left-hand side because we don't want to glue our card shut. And then the next thing I'm doing is I'm taking this piece, or this circle here. This is the Stylish Shapes in basic white. And we're going to go ahead and put adhesive just on the left-hand side, because again, we don't want to glue our card shut. Then I have these cute little bunnies that I did color. So once again, I used basic white, stamped these little guys in Memento black ink, and colored them with the Stampin' Blends markers in Smoky Slate and Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to go ahead and stick them on here. Now, the one thing that I did not cut an extra of, and maybe we can get away with it. Oh, maybe not. I don't have an extra. I don't think. Nope. So we're going to pretend that there's the little bit of grass there. I'll have to see if I can add it later. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead, though, and take these cute little flowers. So once again, I stamped from the stamp set, the Easter basket stamp set, and colored them in Lemon Lolly. I had to think about that. Lemon Lolly and Shy Shamrock and the Stampin' Blends. And we're going to squeeze this in between our cute little bunnies that we put on dimensionals. And this I'm going to go ahead and adhere with just a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. Just like so. And then again, I colored this cute little carrot with peach pie and Shy Shamrock. And I'm going to just adhere it, I think, with a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue, and put the glue over towards the green part of the carrot here, the leafy part, and just like so. And like I said, I'll add my grass later because there is grass on that one. And then I tied the bow in advance, and we're going to go ahead and add it to the card front. And there we go, and that's card number 2. Okay, now I think we're kind of getting back on track here. So, card number 3. I'm going to go ahead and take my little cheat sheet off, grab all these little bits and pieces. As you see, I've already done all the die cutting and all that in advance. So first of all, we have a piece of basic white thick cardstock, cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then we have a piece of Shy Shamrock, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to the front of the card, hopefully centering it. And then we have 2 smaller strips of these stripe designer paper, and also a larger piece. You'll probably recognize that. So let me give you some sizes here. The 2 smaller strips are cut at 1/2 by 5 1/8, and you need 2. And then we have 1 piece cut at 2 3/4 by 5 1/8. So we're going to go ahead, and what I like to do is kind of eyeball it so I make sure that I have enough room for everything, right? Because especially when you get several different sizes here, it's a little tricky, and they are going to fit really close because we cut to 1/8 of an inch. So just be careful as far as that goes when you start to glue your pieces together. So you give them just that itty bitty bit of breathing room in there, I call it. And I like to use liquid glue for this. I'm getting better at using liquid glue because it does give you a little bit of wiggle room, which I'm very thankful for. And we'll go ahead and we'll glue this other side down on the right. And again, I want it to hug right up against there as close as possible, just letting that Shy Shamrock peek through. And then our middle piece here. Just like so. And like that. Okay, now I've already cut out my basket in basic white. Isn't that cute? I love it in the white. Something about it just looks really classic. And then I cut the little scallop piece, and we're going to put these 2 together. On this particular basket, we're going to save a little bit of time because there's a lot going on with the basket. So I'm not going to weave anything into it. But here is where I want to show you guys where it cuts those slits when you cut the basket out. So it's already ready to weave your colored cardstock into, which I think is a lot of fun. Whoops. I'm going to go ahead, make sure that looks good. Looks really good. And then we have our grass. I'm going to put the adhesive on the front side of it. Whoops, there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm throwing everything around. And of course it lands on the side that the glue is on, right? Never fails. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and attach that to the inside of the basket, letting it peek out. And from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this with dimensionals. I guess I'll use the one that's on my hand yet here. And I want to kind of keep this middle area, I want to keep it open because I'm going to put things underneath and tuck it in. And it'll be a lot easier to do that if I don't have those dimensionals in my way. And we're going to put this off to the right-hand side, right about there. And let's do this with our little bunny here. Put him down. I'm going to put some dimensionals towards the the left-hand side of the bunny. Because again, we're going to layer him slightly over the basket. So I want to make sure I give the room for that. Let's see, and that way they'll be flush with each other. So I'm going to go ahead, attach Mr. Bunny Rabbit there. And then we have this cute little chick, and we're going to attach the little chickie in just a minute. But first, I wanted to show you, I did use, this is actually from the Banner Sayings bundle. And there's a banner building punch. Say that 3 times fast. And it cuts 3 different banners out that fit the sentiments in perfectly. And this is from the same stamp set, the Easter basket stamp set. But I decided, instead of using the stylish shapes on this, to use that 3 banner builder punch. Boy, there's a lot of bees in there, isn't there? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this again with some dimensional. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to use what I call the crust. The crust. Just like bread, the crust, right? The least favorite for me is the crust. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put this just like that on the underside of this banner. And attach it like so. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put our little chick in place. And I think I'm going to put the chick down with a dimensional. Whoops. Grab that little guy up. Oh my gosh. I think I'm on the Hot Mess Express today. Okay, now we can go ahead and play with these cute little flowers. So I did already stick these together because I know myself so well. I knew that I call these losables, all these little parts would get lost. So I just wanted to show you, when you cut the dies out for these, the stem, of course, is separate. You can see on the underside there. And then the flower cuts this piece, and it also cuts this. Make sure that you can focus in on that, Mr. Camera. Anyway, this little flower piece right here, so you can layer it on top of. And I was afraid I was going to lose those itty pieces. So I just went ahead and I assembled my flowers in advance. So I'm going to go ahead and scatter them inside the basket with just little bits of glue. It's not going to take a whole lot. Our multi-purpose liquid glue, a little of it goes a long way. And again, couple dots of glue, and put this one over to the left and this one over towards the right. And then I stamped a couple of the tulips, again, from that same stamp set, Easter basket, and I colored them with the Stampin' Blends in Balmy Blue, Shy Shamrock, and Flirty Flamingo. Again, I wanted it a little bit more intense or a little brighter than the Pretty in Pink. And again, a couple dots of glue. And we're just going to tuck it down in there. See why I didn't put those dimensionals in the middle. It gives me room to play with my loosey-goosey pieces. Okay, there we go. And then, of course, we have to have a bow. Grab this little guy up. I'm going to attach the bow with a little bit of glue. And there we go. And that's card number 3. Now let's go ahead and show you a 3D project, because I have 3 cards and a couple of 3D things to show you guys. Because, of course, with Easter, we need Easter baskets, right? So, let's see here, get all my ducks in a row, or my chicks in a row, I should say. I'm going to need my paper trimmer for just a moment. Make sure you guys can see that. And I'm going to show you this one first. This is so much fun. So on this Easter basket, I used the beautifully celebrated dies that I was showing you at the beginning there. And I cut 2 of them out. And I think that this was like the third largest size. So let me grab my pieces so you can get a good visual of this. Okay. I'm gonna lose some of the stuff, I know it. Anyway, so I cut 2 of them out. And you could do this for anything. It doesn't have to be Easter. If you just want a cute little container of some sort, a little basket to give to a friend with some goodies in it. And it's not too bad of a size. It'll fit some little candies and things in there. I'll show you guys that. There you go. So this is the largest of the baskets that I've made. Anyway, so this is the 3rd largest die in that set. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to trim off this little tiny hump here because we want our basket to sit flat. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my voice. You can cut both of them at once. It saves a little bit of time, and this way you know that they've been cut the same and hopefully evenly, so they will sit flat on the table. These are going to be the sides of your basket. And then as far as our other goodies, let's get this right out of the way and bring in all of our other things. So like I said, you have your 2 pieces you've cut with the die. You flatten them out on the bottom side. I also use the next size down in the beautifully celebrated dies with vellum. And I tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and layer these on right now. Now, just an FYI, vellum is a little tricky with adhesives. As you guys know, if you've worked with vellum before, sometimes you can see through the vellum. And it doesn't take a lot of adhesive to adhere it down. So what I like to say is this. Put your adhesive wherever you think your distraction is going to be on your card or your focal point. It will hide the glue. No one will ever know it's there. And even though I only have glue on the underside where there's going to be a little bit of grass and that type of thing, it's not going to go anywhere. It's stuck. Okay, where do I want to go with this next? The next thing you're going to want to do, a piece of basic white. And this is thick basic white. It's cut it's cut at 6 3/4 by 2 1/2. And then you're going to score the long side at 2 4 3/4. You're going to score the short side at 1/2 and 2. So basically 1/2 inch in on each side. Again, this piece is 6 3/4 by 2 1/2. And scored at 2 4 3/4 on the long side and 1/2 and 2 or 1/2 inch on either side. Then you're going to go ahead and fold these up. And probably it would have been even easier if I would have added the glue ahead, but you know what, it's okay. So then from there, you can use, I like to use tear and tape. And let's see here. I'm going to need tear and tape on this piece. I should move this right out of the way so you guys can really get a good look here. And on this side. Oh no, I'm out of tearing tape. I got more. Okay, here we go. And then over on the right side. I don't do 3D things too often because I feel like I get nervous and I mess them up. Does that sound like anything you can relate to? So basically what you're going to do is you're going to trim up to the score line on either side. So it looks like this. And then what we're going to end up doing is we're going to, in fact, I didn't even need all that, did I? Honestly. Well, yeah, I do. Okay, I'm good. So first of all, oh, I did do, okay. Don't do what I just did. Don't glue on the inside. You're going to glue on the outside. This is the inside. This is the outside. And I already did it. I was better than I thought I was. You're going to put glue, and I would use tear and tape on this panel. You can put it all the way across before you cut your tabs. That would have been smarter on my part, and I did not. But anyway, either way, put glue, and more likely tear and tape would be best on all three panels. And what you're going to do is you're going to, first of all, you're going to make a U. And then we're going to tear off the covering on this tear and tape. And then these two sides, we're going to stick our front and back onto it. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. Oh my goodness sakes. Done, 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 done. It's like one of those days where there must be something in the air. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and again, I'm going to fold that down and meet either end up and stick it down. I'm going to keep that covered. No one will ever see that, but I can't believe I did that. That was silly. And again, I'm going to take this side, line it up to the bottom. Make sure it's stuck down there really good. Okay. And this side as well. So you're making a U, an adhesive on all three of these sides. So now we're going to go ahead and peel this off. I lost my take your pick tool. I know it's somewhere on my table, but so I'm using my old tried and true to help me along here because I have artificial nails, and as you know, that doesn't work so well with tear and tape. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and peel this off too. Why not? We're going to live dangerously today, my friends. Okay, there we are. I'm going to go ahead and take one side here and place our little U-shaped piece on there like so. Yes, just like that. And you're going to work it so the adhesive will adhere to your scallop piece. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Hopefully, line it up pretty much evenly. That was good English, wasn't it? Okay. Oh, that's a little crooked. We don't want that. We want it on there straight. So your basket will sit nicely on the table. And then I cut a piece of 1/2 by 8.5 piece of basic white regular paper. And you don't have to do this step if you don't want a handle on your basket. That's fine. I put a little bit of adhesive on either end, and then we're going to go ahead and adhere it inside like so. And then again on this side. Now what you might want to do, and I'm trying to do this a little bit quicker with just using seal, is either use tear and tape or liquid glue would work great. But for now, for black a time. That's what we're gonna do, okay? So you have the basics to your basket. And then we have our, let's see here. This is our grass and needing some glue. I was looking for the glue. All right, we're gonna put that down like so. And then our little bunny, he's gonna be put down with a couple of dimensionals. Whoops, get over here. There we go. Cooperate, little bunny. And we're gonna put him right about there. And then I do have these cute little, and I didn't put that on this one, did I? I did do some flowers. Whoops. There we go. I'm gonna stick the flowers down too. I just thought it'd be even prettier with a few flowers. Very springy. There we go. And then I have, whoops. That just does not want to stay there. It's not dry, and on that vellum, it takes a couple to adhere. Let's see, what else did I want? Oh yeah, that's where I was going with it. Some more dimensionals. A couple of Easter eggs that I've colored with Stampin' blends, and this cute little chick as well. So I'm decorating this one a little bit differently than the original. Okay. Here's our little chickie. And then here's our Easter eggs. Here we go. And I need a little sentiment on there. In fact, I should show you guys that, huh? I already have my bow tied. So let's go ahead and grab Happy Easter. Whoops. And my Shy Shamrock ink. And stamp our sentiment. I cut this one a little big. It's 1/2 inch wide, but I cut it longer, whoops, than what I needed. And then I just like to trim it down. Sometimes it's just easier that way. All right, and grab my scissors. And I trimmed both ends at an angle. We're just gonna stick it right down there like that. And I think we'll use seal because I think it's gonna stick down a little bit easier and quicker for me than that multi-purpose liquid glue. And then of course we need a bow. All baskets need a bow. And there we are. So that's one way to make a basket. And actually, I think I made this a little bit, no, I didn't. My handle's just a different size. I'll say, what's different about that? So I don't know, which one do you guys like better? The more decorated with the larger handle or the smaller handle and a little simpler as far as decoration? They're both cute, right? Now I wanted to show you just another way you can make a basket. And this is using totally different colors. Let's see if we can do this without totally messing this one up. No, it's not that hard. It really isn't. So what I'm using on this is Lemon Lolly. This is a fun color. And did I have the measurements for this? I do. So I cut out the basket twice with Lemon Lolly. And then I also cut, and you don't have to decorate the back side if you don't want to, but I cut out 2 of the scallop pieces as well for the front and the back. I also cut out a bow with Pretty in Pink, and the bunny I've already colored and cut out. I used basic white, stamped it in Memento Black, and colored it with Smoky Slate and Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends. I also colored the little Easter eggs in advance. Let me see, make sure I got all those goodies. And you know what? I think I used the chick on the other basket. That's okay. We'll deal. Anyway, these are colored with Lemon Lolly, Flirty Flamingo, and Balmy Blue Stampin' Blends. So let's go ahead and make the mechanism, or the middle piece, the basket for the basket. So this piece is Lemon Lolly, cut at, let's see here. I was going to do it this way because I don't think that those measurements were right. Okay, 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then I went ahead on either end. I scored at 1 inch, and then again 1 inch. So 1 inch on each side. And then on this side, I scored at 1 inch and 2 3/4 inches on the 3 3/4 side. Does that make sense? I'm going to turn this here so you can see this as well. Okay. So after you do your scoring, you're going to go ahead and cut it so you have these 2 little tabs here. Let's see. I should probably have a bone folder. Usually I do, but we're just going to wing it. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop these up, and then this side and this side are going to make our little inside basket piece. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to live on the edge, use multi-purpose liquid glue. And then a little bit of glue on this tab. And there we go. And on this again. And then more on this side. And there we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let that glue set for a minute. And while that's setting, I just wanted to show you guys, I'm not going to do a lot of weaving because honestly, you're not even going to see it. But I just wanted to show you how to weave your basket. So like I said, when you cut your basket, the die is already going to go ahead and do all the heavy lifting for you as far as cutting these little slits into your basket, which is awesome. And then you have the other die, which cuts these little strips of paper, which are perfectly sized to go ahead and weave into your basket. They're actually even a little bit longer. Can you see that? Oh, I hope you did see that from the beginning. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just going to town here. So anyway, so you want to just trim off the ends of them. Maybe you'll want to add just a little dab of glue on each end to make sure that they stay. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be a big issue. So there we go. And a little bit more. I found the most I weaved into my basket was 4 pieces or strips of cardstock. By the 4th, it becomes a little tricky because it gets tight. And once you do this, you'll understand what I mean. It just gets tight in there to the point where it's like you don't want to add any more. But honestly, I'm just going to add 2, and I'm going to move this down a little bit. And I'm going to trim off the edges, just like that. And I'm not going to do the back side. No one's really going to look at the back anyway, right? So we're going to use these other little strips for maybe another basket for another day. And then what I'm wanting to do is I have 2 of these little scallop pieces, and we'll adhere it to the front. And then with the other basket to the back. just because I cut it, so I might as well use it, right? Whoops. Oh, I'm getting off track. It's a good thing I'm almost done. I'm getting glue all over me. Goodness. Okay. All right. So that'll be the back, with this being the front. I'm going to, actually, I don't even need, oh yeah, I do, on the inside. Duh, Dawn. Oh my goodness sakes. Losing track here. Okay, so we're going to put the grass on the inside of the basket. I like to do this first. Makes it a lot easier, right? There we are. Cute. And then I want to go ahead and attach the basket to the box. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and add a little bit of glue. Whoops, helps so you have it the right way, Dawn. And adhere it to the box. And then turn this over. And again, line this up. Whoops. That glue needs to set, and I'm trying to do too many things at one time here. There we go. And make sure it just adheres to the paper. Then we have our little bunny. I'm going to put glue on the front of him towards the bottom. He's going to be peeking out here from the inside of the basket. Just like so. Isn't he cute? And then our little bow will attach like so. And again, I use my banner sayings bundle, and also the banner builder punch. And I stamped, whoops, oh my gosh, I got liquid glue all over my fingers. Oh, goodness sakes. There we go. Come on. Okay. He just wants to hang around with me. It's okay. And I stamped the sentiment, which is part of the stamp set, in, oh my gosh, I think I used Pool Party on that. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach my little eggs. Apparently, I used my little chiclet on the other basket, but that's okay. We'll just decorate it with a couple eggs. Be just a little different. But just think of the possibilities. I mean, these cute little baskets would be great, not just for Easter, but think about like, showers and things like that, little party gifts of any sort, depending on how you decorate your basket. And there you go. So there is one of the baskets that we did today. And then here is another basket. What do you guys think of those? Aren't those cute? And then bringing back our cards, and we finally got through it today. Again, for those of you who were joining me for my Facebook Live, and we got interrupted with wonky whatever it was with my phone a couple of times, thank you for popping back and watching it on YouTube here. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll be back next Sunday, Crafternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to be working with some new March online exclusives. It will be March 1st. Isn't that crazy to believe? March 1st. And then the week after that, I will be gone to On Stage. But I'll be sharing some fun things with you guys and some big news coming up. And new in colors that will be here soon. So a lot of fun things are in the horizon. Thanks again for being so patient with me today. And I hope that you have a really good week. And I will see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.